guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I have 5 things that I wish I knew before I got pregnant, or just before pregnancy in general. If you don't know, I just had my baby almost 3 months ago, a little boy named Oliver. I can't believe it's already been 3 months since he's here. It feels like it has flown by and it makes me so sad, but we are gonna go ahead and get into this video. I feel like there was a lot of things that I knew already about pregnancy because my mom, you know, she obviously was pregnant a couple times. There's 7 of us in my family, 7 kids in my family, so I remember when she was pregnant. So it's like there wasn't a lot of stuff that I didn't know about, but there are a couple things I didn't know like the extent to or stuff like that. So I just wanted to share it with you guys today. So if you're excited for this video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and let's get into it. So the first thing I definitely want to talk about is implantation bleeding. I didn't know this was a thing at first, and I think it's not talked about enough. When I first found out I was pregnant, about a week later, I had some spotting and it really freaked me out. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was losing Oliver. I had a miscarriage in December and I found out I was pregnant with him in March. So I was scared it was happening all over again. So I called my going to be OB and I was like, hey, like I'm pregnant. I'm not scheduled to come in for another, I think it was like 2 weeks. I wasn't scheduled to come in for still. And I said, I'm bleeding a little bit. And she's like, you need to come in now. You might have, I think it was like, something blood, and you need like a I think it's called a Rogram shot, and not Rogram, but like Rogram, I don't know what it's called, but you have to get a certain shot just to make sure that like Oliver and I's blood doesn't fight each other and like possibly harm him in any way. So I needed to go in to get that shot right away just to make sure that everything was okay. They also drew some blood just to make sure that my levels were where they're supposed to be for where I was and how far along I was in my pregnancy. And we got my shot. I also had to get a shot when I was 25 to 28 weeks pregnant, and sometimes they'll do it at delivery as well, or after delivery. That way your next pregnancy is not affected as well. And obviously implantation bleeding, you think it's something scarier than that. Sometimes it is, and I'm sorry, and it sucks, and trust me, I've been there, and I went through that, and it's so hard, and it doesn't matter how far along you are, no matter what, a loss is a loss, and it still hurts so deeply. And I think, and I still like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder what that baby would be like. But at the same time, if I had that baby, I wouldn't have Oliver today. So it's just really hard. But implantation bleeding is a thing. Call your doctor. For all you know, it literally could just be that you need that shot in the beginning of your pregnancy and everything will be okay. But that's very important to know. The next thing I want to talk about is symptoms start right away. I thought, okay, here's what I thought. I thought symptoms started when you were like 10, 11 weeks pregnant, because I was like, okay, that makes sense. No. Your pregnancy symptoms start right away. I started getting sick about 6 weeks postpartum, not postpartum, oh my God, I'm in postpartum world. 6 weeks pregnant. But I started craving things when I was about, when I think back, when I was about 3 weeks pregnant, which is crazy to think. But I started craving like Domino's pizza right away, which is so weird because I forgot that I had that craving until I looked back at pictures and I was like, pregnancy craving, and I took a picture of the pizza and I was like, I forgot that was a craving. But yeah, pregnancy symptoms can start right away, which is so crazy. And also constipation, that starts right away too. The next thing I want to talk about is something that I didn't really know, is that stretch marks are genetic. I thought that you can use so many different types of creams and oils and stuff like that and you wouldn't get them and they would go away or stuff like that. I had no idea. Before I was pregnant, I had stretch marks on my butt. I mean, they were very light and there wasn't a lot of them. Once I got pregnant, I didn't get stretch marks for a little bit until I was around 20, 25 weeks, I would say. They started coming up on my boobs, like in here, all over my butt. My butt was like bright red and covered in stretch marks, and I felt so insecure about them. They were also down my thighs, and I did not know until after I had him, they're inside my thighs too, like right near. And I had no idea. It really bothered me having these stretch marks because obviously it's hard seeing your body go through these changes, and stretch marks are just something I honestly thought I could prevent, and then finding out when I was pregnant that there is no way I can prevent them was really, really hard for me. So they are genetic. No matter how much cream and oils you put on, it won't get rid of them, but it could help them. I did use Mederma a lot of my pregnancy, and it did help them fade a little bit, but if I stopped using it for like 1 or 2 days, they would be really bright again. So it's like you have to be really consistent with it. But yeah, I did not know that about stretch marks, and I still have them to this day. I also have it on my calf, and I had no idea that that was possible, but yeah. The next thing is, don't worry about buying maternity clothes. I thought like I would need to buy so much new clothes, like it wasn't even funny. But I honestly bought 1 pair of maternity jeans, 1 pair of maternity shorts, because I was pregnant from, well, I was pregnant in February, but I found out in March and I gave birth to him in November. So I needed obviously shorts. So I just bought 1 pair of shorts, and then I had a pair of jeans for when it got a little bit colder, closer to when I was gonna have him. And then I wore dresses the entire summer, and I just sized up in them. Like, I wore normal dresses that you could find anywhere. I sized up in them, and I can still wear them to this day. Am I going to? No, because I'm kind of insecure about my belly now, but I could still wear them if I wanted to. But if they were maternity, usually maternity items are stretched in the belly area, or you can tell that it's meant for if you are pregnant. So that's why I tried to stay away from like the maternity items, just because I wanted to be able to wear the pieces that I was buying outside of pregnancy as well. That way I wasn't just spending my money, and if I decided I didn't want any more kids, it was a waste of money, if that makes sense. So really just don't worry about maternity clothes, just size up unless it's like jeans or shorts like that. Also, maternity leggings, I never bought a pair of maternity leggings. I just sized up in the normal leggings that I love, the Aerie crossover leggings. I wore a small instead of an extra small. Yes, during the end of my pregnancy, it was kind of hard for them to stay over my belly. They would go down, but I mean, like, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is it's okay not to love your body at times. It's so hard to see your body go through those changes, especially if you weren't that confident in your body before. For me, it was really, really hard because I thought I was big and I thought I was huge before I was pregnant. I thought I needed to work out and lose weight and all that stuff. And then I got pregnant, and obviously no matter how much you work out or anything like that, you're still gonna get big because you're carrying a child. And it was really, really hard for me at times to see my body go through those changes. And I would cry to my husband a lot about how I didn't like my body and I look so ugly. And it was most of the time it was about my stretch marks, and I was like, I can't do this. I don't feel confident anymore. I don't feel pretty. And he would reassure me all the time that I looked gorgeous and beautiful. And he literally just spoke such amazing words to me when I was pregnant, because he knew how difficult it was for me, but also because he honestly thought I was looking hot and smoking hot, you know what I mean? But I was really struggling, and it felt good to hear the words come from him, because I thought, if I feel this way about myself, then he must think I am hideous. I was like, he must think that this body is disgusting now. And I made sure that I told him, like, are you sure you still love me? Are you sure, like, my body is not ugly? And he would tell me all the time, babe, like, you're gorgeous, like, you're so pretty, like, you need to stop, you're doing something amazing, you're carrying a child. But it's okay to feel that way, because it's so hard on you mentally to go through that change, especially when you can't stop the weight gain, like, you just can't help it. That's why it's just like really hard. And I say, give in to some of those cravings, because no matter what, you're going to get bigger. Because you are pregnant, you are carrying a baby. That's just gonna happen. No matter if you eat a salad or a Big Mac, you're still going to grow. So I chose that Big Mac. Even though it messed up my stomach, I chose that Big Mac because I knew that I was gonna get big anyway, and that's what the baby and I are craving. That's what's in our head. That's what we want. That's what we're gonna get, because that's what we deserve. And that could be terrible advice for some people, but for me, that helped me so much to feel a little bit better, is I let myself enjoy some of my cravings because I was so down and it made me feel better. So that's what I did. So just know it's okay to not love your body in the moment, but you are beautiful and you are doing an amazing thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Obviously, my channel has become more mommy content, pregnancy, postpartum, stay-at-home mom, food, stuff like that. Like, I don't do as much like going out videos anymore, like trying items, but I love what my channel has become more than I do my channel in the past. So I hope you guys support me in the change on my channel, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.